Friends, hello and welcome back. Hopefully you're just having a lovely day. So I want to say we're flashing it back, if you will. I mean, they're all still in the league. We're going back to really some guys in their primes though, because we have created a team of all 35 and older players, a team of all old guys. How will they fare in the league today in sports in general? As we know, when you hit that, and once you get past 30, you never know what's going to happen. Once you get past 35, you are a different type of animal if you're still out there producing at a high level. And we use the Penguins because, well, I mean, that's like half their team, so it's kind of easy that way, right? Nonetheless, that's just how it works. You know, the Penguins are kind of like the Detroit Red Wings, and the Red Wings were dominating in the league, and you had Zetterberg and Datsy getting older, and then it's the Penguins. And you can kind of feel that coming. Sorry, Tampa, but you can kind of feel that coming with Tampa in the next, 2 to 3 years or so. Nonetheless, let's take a look at this team. Clearly centered by Sidney Kid Crosby. We have Alex Ovechkin on his wing, Matt Zuccarello on the right wing. Then we have Claude Giroux, 35 years young. Malkin coming up the middle. Is Drew not a better face-off guy? I always think Drew's good at the draws. He is. Okay, so you see him Malkin. You're going to go in the wing. Brad Marchand. I always forget. Brad Marchand got a two-way forward, a little bit of a smaller, I was gonna say a little bit of a bigger, but a little bit of a smaller player, but two-way, like, kind of decent type of physicality. It's always interesting when guys are more physical, like Ovechkin. But sometimes not talked about enough with Ovechkin. I feel like this guy is 38 years old. He's a power forward. He's known as a sniper and goal scorer because it's Alex Ovechkin and his goal scoring ability. But through and through, I mean, when you're 6'3", 238, I mean, he's a power, and you hit as much as he does. He's a power freaking forward. It is so difficult once you get past the age of 30 for those guys to hold longevity in the league. And it makes sense. You're taking a lot of shots, you're taking a lot of hits, a lot of wear and tear in that body. And for Ovi to be doing what he's doing at 38 is just remarkable. We have David Perron, Anze Kopitar, Blake Wheeler, Corey Perry, Jeff Carter, and Nick Foligno. Again, just imagine this team about 7 years ago. I mean, you're probably talking, half the top 10 players in the league, probably more. Going to the defense, speaking of top 10 players, Ryan Suter. Remember when he was through 90 plus in this game, 93, 94. He's at 82 overall now. Still doing a pretty solid job at 38. Then you have Chris Letang. We have Erik Karlsson's not 35 years old. I don't know why I thought Erik Karlsson was 35, so he's going to be getting benched. We're going to bring in, we're going to have to bring in a forward. That's all right. It's going to be all right. Gonna work out just fine. We're gonna bring in Kyle Okposo. We're gonna put Goligoski, Mark-Edward Vlasic, Ryan Suter. Team is looking solid there. And in net, we have Sergei Bobrovsky. And how about Semyon Varlamov? Once again, solid start to the season this year. Bobrovsky's always hot and cold, but you've seen what happened last season. If Bobrovsky stays hot in the postseason, that's worth the contract. If he can give you Vezina winning Bobrovsky in a playoff run, that's the best you can ask for. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and see if this team can win a Stanley Cup. I'm thinking that's right? It's Tampa. Tampa's probably next. Where a lot of their guys are getting older. So the good thing about Tampa is they still do have Braden Point. They still have Sergachev, but, Hedman's 32 plus. I mean, Kucherov's still 27. I feel like Tampa's got longer than that. Tampa's going to be an interesting one. Because, the Red Wings, even the Penguins, you had Malkin and Crosby kind of coming up together. I mean, Stamkos is going to slowly phase out. Hedman's going to slowly phase out, but you're still going to have a Vasilevskiy. I don't know, goalies are a little difficult. You're still going to have Kucherov and Braden Point. That's a really good core. At least for a few more years. You're going to get 3 to 5 more years, really good years out of Nikita Kucherov, I think. And you're definitely going to get 5+ out of Braden Point still. It'll be interesting to see. Is the Lightning, is it another team that kind of fits that bill that says, hey, in about, X amount of years, it's going to be time for these guys to kind of wear down and rebuild. But you gotta love it though. You gotta love being in that kind of situation. It's like we're such a good team for 10-15 years of these core players. The rebuilding phase, it is what it is. You kind of have to accept the Penguins gonna start playoffs 0-2. 2 games played, 1 win, 0 losses. Crosby had 98 points at a 91 overall. It's kind of interesting to see if there's gonna drop a lot on their overalls or not. Ovechkin still an 89, dropped 91 points, 41 goals. Very Ovechkin-like. Evgeny Malkin, 76 points. Matt Zuccarello, 63. -5 out of Kopitar. Kind of surprising with how defensive-minded Anze Kopitar is. David Perron, -5 as well. I thought that line would be all right. Chris Letang was a -15. Corey Perry's a -15. Now, Corey Perry, Jeff Carter. We knew that line was going to struggle because you can't put playmakers and snipers Oh, Corey Perry's not a grinder. Jeff Carter's not a two-way forward. Okay, so they did change those up. Usually you can't put those on the bottom line. Still, I'm assuming they don't have the greatest defensive stats in this game. Looking at the goaltenders, Sergei Bobrovsky, 3.15 goals against and a 900 save percentage. Sergei Varlamov, a 908 save. Varlamov, once again, really solid this season. Again, it amazes me with Varlamov sometimes. I always think Varlamov's a lot older than he is. It seems like he's a goalie that always sees a lot of shots, but still seeing he puts out, you know, he's stout. The Penguins barely made playoffs, 91 points. The old guys barely could do it. You had to wonder, as a lot of old guys, was how are they going to play out till the season? You know, the wear and tear in the body. They get a little tired, worn out, then end the season. At the same time, you enter the postseason. These guys have been there. These guys have won championships. These guys are as ready as anybody to go out there and give you that one final push. They know how to take care of their bodies. They know how to conserve their energy to get to the playoffs. Right now, they're down 0-2, and they've lost 3 straight against the New York Islanders. They're going to go into game number 3, and they're going to lose in overtime. The Penguins have a chance to get swept in the first round by the New York Islanders, a team that we had to wonder, was this team going to make a run? Was it going to make a deep playoff run? Yeah, they got the experience. Yeah, they got the abilities. But at the end of the day, this is a team that it is older. And the later you get into the season, a little bit more, you see the gas kind of run out of the tank. There's a Dobson goal. Bobrovsky letting one in. Penguins are going to get the insurance goal there. Chris will take on Sorokin and Bob. Going to give up another one. Polacco to go. Hey, the game is tied. Pago with the goal for the New York Islanders. It is 5-5. Penguins on a power play. They're going to come up empty-handed. 7 minutes left. Next goal is likely to win this one. And there it is. The Pittsburgh Penguins won it back. And that is a scory pair. Oh, but Islanders going to bounce back. Belejo with the goal. We are going to overtime in what is not a defensive struggle, to say the very least. It is 6-6. We're looking for the touchdown to win this one. Here we go. Let's hit the overtime period. Next goal wins. Continuous OT. Penguins on the power play. Penguins looking for the goal. Penguins on a shot outside out wide. That is not a good angle. Either is that one. It looked like a good penalty kill there by the New York Islanders, not allowing any high quality scoring opportunities there. Now they just have to put one in the back of the net, and they will not. The Penguins are going to do it. Brad Marchand with the goal on Sorokin. Brad Marchand is going to seal the deal. The Penguins still have hope. These guys hoping one last run, one final push. In the Stanley Cup, there is still a chance. They're going to have to win 4 straight. Not an easy task against the New York Islanders team that has been playing some good puck. Letang, Crosby with the goals. Islanders going to take the lead in the second period. Palmieri, Brock Nelson, and it is 3-2 Islanders. Islanders trying to close the series out at home. Bobrovsky making some big saves to start the period, trying to keep his team in this game. The Islanders are going to get an insurance goal. It is Dobson once again having a solid series so far. Penguins going to come back though. There's a Foligno goal. You need that. A little action from your bottom 6. So important in the playoffs, but the Penguins find themselves with 3 minutes left. They need one more goal, and they will not get it. The New York Islanders are going to beat the Penguins in the first round. A team of all old guys would already win the Stanley Cup. They won't even be getting out of the first round of the playoffs. I thought for sure, saying, hey, the experience, that'll help these guys out just a little bit, but it appears that indeed was not the case. We're going to go ahead and finish this up, see who won the Cup, see who won some awards here. Maybe we brought some hardware home. The Toronto Maple Leafs, a beneficiary of all this, because it took a lot of old guys, a lot of experience, especially out of the Eastern Conference. Really, it's a lot of Eastern. I didn't really think about that. How many Eastern Conference guys were on this team? And is it the up and coming of the Western Conference being the strength again? There was a time the Eastern Conference was a lot stronger than the Western Conference, so it does make sense. David Pastrnak with the Art Ross in the Memorial, Adam Fox getting the James Norris. Pastrnak just take home everything. Carter went the Bedard, Matthews got the Smythe. Markstrom got the Vezina and the Jennings. Masterton went they give it to him every time. Franklin J goes to Mark Stone, stud and a half. David Pastrnak got the Lindsay and the Richard. David Pastrnak sweeping just about everything here. Nonetheless, if y'all enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.